Tonight, we begin a new series of reports that you will see regularly right here in our 6 p.m. half hour.
They'll target something we can all relate to these days, the high cost of living. Whether it be groceries, energy, or rents and mortgages, we're calling the series Priced Out. And we begin down on the farm where a freeze in federal grants initiated by the Trump White House and being fought over in the courts has farmers caught right in the middle. In an industry where profit margins are slim, even in a good year, they look to grants to help them pay for improvements they otherwise wouldn't be able to afford. As News Center Maine's Raya Wooten shows us, though, with those grants being held up, Maine farmers are being priced out, and you might be next.
Opening doors to greenhouses at Kevin Levitt's farm just takes a quick pull. There's another thing that happened quickly. Within days, federal grant funding guaranteed by the U.S. Department of Agriculture was pulled from farmers all across the country and in Maine. Due to President Donald Trump's federal funding freeze, money to support farmers that has already been approved by Congress has now been halted.
Every time we talk to the USDA, they have no further information.
It costs more than $1,000 a month to power greenhouses that store crops at Farmer Kev's organic farm. At first, adding a solar plant to the farm to offset the cost seemed like a smart idea to this farm owner.
We applied for some grant money to help put in a solar array.
Levitt spent $150,000 installing this small solar farm last summer, thinking that grant funding from the USDA would reimburse him for some of the cost. The work is done, but the funding is frozen. If you do not get that funding, if it never comes through, what happens here?
I don't know.
Being $45,000 in the hole leaves Levitt at a loss for words. U.S. Congresswoman Shelley Pingree has plenty. She says the freeze leaves farmers and consumers high and dry.
Well, this just makes me so angry. When you had a president who campaigned on lowering grocery store prices and making it easier for farmers in America, and what he's going to do is end up increasing the cost of groceries. I mean, he's not only cutting aid to farmers, which is going to make their costs higher. These immigration sweeps are often cutting people who work for our farmers.
Grant interruptions also put farmer Seth Kreck $6,000 in the hole. He says he's putting a pause on spending while he's still ahead.
We can't then give our best price to wholesalers and consumers. We've got to be very cautious in going ahead. And so I can't see a scenario where this is going to bring prices down.
At least for now. Raya Wooten, News Center, Maine.
Congresswoman Shelley Pingree says it is illegal for the president to stop funding that Congress has authorized. She says many Democrats on the Hill are working hard to counteract the impact of the president's funding freezes.